What's going on?
Yeah, just start talking. You guys don't start the pod anymore. Starting the pod is a thing of the past.
Asking the people on the camera how
The
they do.
future is now.
I don't.
No clips, no intro.
That's fine.
So, Matt, you want to explain?
Right
Matt
into it.
switched up his look today.
Don't even bring up the look. I don't even. This is not a look. Okay.
Look at Matt's cute forearms. You never get to see him.
This is like a fucking mannequin dummy that you see on a create your own character screen. Like, this is the bare minimum that I come with, and then you can decorate me by putting on hoodies. But you have to put on a hoodie before I go out into the gaming world. You cannot just have me go out in t-shirts. I do not wear just t-shirts anywhere. I'm hoodie and I'm cargo shorts year round. Okay, the fact that I don't have a hoodie on right now is blasphemous to my fucking to who I am as a character.
Matt's a default GTA character right now, dude. He just spawned in level 1. Matt's right. He does wear cargo shorts and a hoodie year round. He is basically a cartoon character.
I'm like SpongeBob. I have 6 pairs of this shirt at my house hanging up in my closet.
But you never see it. It's under the hoodie. Do you ever go shirtless under the hoodie, dude?
No.
Just a little secret only you know
no,
about.
That's fucked up. You can't do that. You really can't do that. Going shirtless under a hoodie, it's weird. I like having, because like sometimes my hoodies they cut like below where you can see the
chest,
t-shirt.
show a little chest.
I would never want that. I love having a crew neck, like fucking like, so that you
just
know
tight
something's
up in
up
there, dude.
Yeah. No one should see what under my neck crease looks like.
No, be a classic Italian, dude. Embrace your Italian heritage. Have some chest hair and a fucking like a thin gold chain down there. What is it? The bugle or whatever it's called, the little squiggly.
What is that?
They wear like
the red horn.
Yeah.
The bugle.
The Italian bugle.
Horn. Hell yeah! No, I got a bloody nose, and so and it was such a good hoodie today too.
It was.
You saw that fucking hoodie?
It was nice.
That's my brand new like Nautica hoodie that I only wear on special occasions. Like when I'm going to a new comedy club, I want to impress them. I'm still with the cargo shorts, but look, I tried my best with the new.
This hoodie's worth $5,000. It's worth more than your fucking life.
It's a good like $160 fucking hoodie.
That's a
and
nice
I got
hoodie.
a fucking bloody nose, and in my car right here. So that's why they say don't pick your nose. That's why they say don't fucking.
We had to delay the start of the podcast because Matt was running through the house. Where's the Tide stick? I need a stat.
And it didn't work. Tide sticks don't work.
You don't know. You Tide sticked it. You put it in the wash. It might come out okay.
But what if I didn't even use the Tide stick and just put it in the wash? Would it have been okay regardless?
I think it might not be okay regardless.
What?
Yeah.
You're saying there's a chance we take it out of the wash machine and it's not good?
Go ahead. Blood stains hard.
Is there a chance that we take it out of the washing machine and the stain is still there?
I have no idea. We'll have to find out.
Find out next episode of the Usual podcast.
You look like you're a person who's gotten a lot of blood on clothes.
I have actually, yeah.
You serial killer looking motherfucker. How do you get blood out of clothes? Do you have to use spray and wash or some shit?
Well, when I was
just
at
get new clothes,
the peak of my bleeding between self-harm and drug use, just always some sort of open wound on me at all times. And I didn't believe bandages are for pussies. So it just, if it got really bad, you put a paper towel and you tape the paper towel to yourself.
Yeah.
Like you're a field medic. But I was also making a lot more money back then. So I would just throw out the clothes and I bought new clothes like probably once a month.
I feel like that's really cool. Like having, dude, I want a drug problem so bad. I do. I shouldn't want it, but like you see people like the famous people who are doing comedy a lot, and how they all have like usually like a drug problem of some kind, and it's like I feel like it started like they started doing drugs because of comedy, and they wanted to maybe put out either more content or be like more what do you call it? Be more productive in comedy, because like if you do cocaine, maybe like you'll write faster or whatever the fuck. You get really cool ideas and shit. And I really feel like I want to try that out without. I know I won't get addicted to it or anything like that. I don't have an addictive personality at all.
Cocaine does the coolest idea cocaine will give you is let's watch 4 hours of porn while trying to masturbate with a soft penis. That's a really cool idea cocaine will give you.
No, but like you hear like stories like John Mulaney doing coke, and then he like look at the shit that he puts out there. He puts out really good. What? He puts out really good material. He puts out really good
It's
specials.
such dumbass logic. I think all the people I'm fans of don't have a drug problem. They're all great comics.
I can name a lot of people that I'm fans of that do have drug
Yeah,
problems. Pete
out some
Davidson,
people.
John Mulaney, Chris Warren, circa 2021.
Yeah, it's all been downhill. It's all been downhill since I got sober. I am way poorer. Because that's the thing, drugs will motivate, because drugs are expensive.
That'll motivate you to get your shit together.
Because it's like, when I was doing drugs, we've talked about this before, it wasn't just the drugs I was doing were expensive.
Yeah.
The lifestyle of drugs are very expensive, because then you're ordering like $80 meals, having 3 bites, and be like, I feel sick, but I wanted that meal, so I ordered it. You know, you do all that stuff. So it motivates you, like, we got to make these sales, dude. We got to make money. Because then it all just comes, that's like a gram of cocaine right there. We're crushing it.
Right. So you wouldn't, but the thing is, when we do drugs, our like focus wouldn't be to use it to channel into comedy at all. It would just be okay. Now
You get derailed pretty quick.
fuck.
Because you'd think about comedy a
What
lot.
about Adderall? Can we do Adderall? You think that would help us with a comedy?
Here's my biggest thing about Adderall, because a lot of comics have talked to me about like.
Chris has a lot of things about Adderall, but this is his biggest thing.
This is
Go
my
ahead.
biggest thing about Adderall of all the things. Until we talk next week about Adderall in a different light, and then that'll be my biggest thing.
Yes.
I'm a little dramatic. You know, it's not my fault. I'm half gay on my dad's side, and you know how those people are. So
Talkative.
yeah.
I got it.
So with Adderall, it's like, or any of those Vyvanse, Ritalin, any of those basically legal meth it's basically meth. When you take it, it's like, yes, you get your brain, you overclock your brain to go like 1,000,000 miles an hour. You basically redlining your brain.
Yeah.
But your soul goes away. So like you'll write 10 pages of comedy in like one night, which is unheard of.
Yeah.
But then you'll read it all back, and it's structurally very sound. Like, it's like, yes, this is joke structure, but it's like the most surface level. There's no soul or heart to it. It's not really like relatable or funny.
You don't really dig into yourself.
It's just
to
like
find it.
it's just like setup, punchline, nailed it. Next joke, setup, punch, fucking killing it. Next joke. What's up with turkeys? Feathers, setup, punch, beats. Got it. Like, you know, it's like I have a whole notebook of shit I wrote when I was Vyvansed up or on coke.
Can't
and
use any of it.
Because it's all perfectly fine. It's just like, oh, these are all C-level jokes because you're just about efficiency. So you're not making art. You're just like, this is objectively a joke. It works. We're on to the next one.
Fuck. That's a great point. I could totally see that's how that works if you're on Adderall, because it's very logic based, you know.
How many jokes I have about my in-laws while doing cocaine? I'm like, yeah, this is what jokes are.
In-laws.
Because that's what hacks write about.
Okay, very funny.
You speed run being a hack when you're on uppers writing comedy.
I have so much. You ever think about what's going to be in your how you're going to get by writing your next hour once you're finished with this hour?
I don't even want to think of it. That makes me suicidal, dude.
We've been working on this hour for so many years, you know?
No, that's the thing I don't understand when like comics at our level, because I won't name names, but we've seen it where they'll drop like a self-made special,
Yeah,
and it's like, dude, that was all your material.
right.
That was also some material you didn't have too. It was like you just stretched out that hour. Now it's like, for what? You didn't have a distribution deal. It got like 1,000 views on YouTube, if that, and now all your materials. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I think what happens, like, all right, what happens if they start working on a brand new hour?
Yeah,
You know,
they have to.
Exactly, because they put it all out there. Even if it only has 1,000 views, if that motivates you to write a brand new hour, now technically you have 2 hours of material, and it's not all going to be A shit, but there's more A shit total if some of your new hour has some A stuff and some of your old stuff, you know.
But I'm always writing new stuff. I replace a lot of stuff. Like you know, the hour I've been working on has changed drastically because like entire 20 minutes chunks of it have been removed and replaced with better stuff.
Yeah.
So it's
But
like, I
then
think
I
when I
think
get
by
to
the
a
time-
point where that stops happening, when I get to a point where the hour has been the same for like a year
Yeah.
and nothing's changed and it's super smooth and it's working all the time, then it's like, okay, then we can retire this hour.
But what happens when you've been replacing so many jokes for so long that eventually you start replacing what you used to think was A+ material just
'Cause
because you've
that
grown
was-
as a writer, right?
yeah.
But that joke that you just replaced was still good enough to be in an hour.
No, if
How-
you
how are you
replaced it,
gonna
it
know?
wasn't. If you replaced it, it absolutely wasn't.
Based on your standards now, though, you
Yes.
understand. But like back then, if you were still pretty good at comedy back then, and that was one of your 8 jokes, back then, that should have been in a special somewhere that you capture and you leave behind, and then you go on to do another thing,
No,
But now
'cause
that joke will never see the light of day.
Here's where we might disagree. I think an hour, in the sense of like what specials used to be when comedy was younger before the internet.
Yeah.
It's like that should be your magnum opus. That should be like your crowning achievement. It should be special.
Right.
And so it's like the notion that I would have this joke that I thought was funny 2 years ago when I was worse at comedy, that's still objectively a good joke. It's not special. So it's like, okay, I might put that as like a Instagram clip or like a 10-minute set I record and put out there, but it's not going in the, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like
Also-
I'll even watch clips of me from 6 months ago, like my tape from 6 months ago that I used to send to bookers. I'll watch now and be like, ugh.
Right.
I used to be like, yeah, we're balling. I'm sending this to the fucking booker. And I'm
yeah,
like,
dude.
I'm glad I didn't send that to some bookers.
They're not only gonna book me, but they're gonna book me for a whole weekend.
Yeah, they're gonna
It's
make
be
me
a headlining weekend.
It's gonna be my club.
They're gonna put so much money on advertising that I won't have to raise a fucking finger, and they'll sell it out for me.
They'll just show up this clip and
They're gonna write to Netflix for me and get me a special.
Yeah, so
and then you look at it 6 months later, you're like, that was dog shit.
yeah. So it's just like, that happens regularly enough. Like probably every 4 to 6 months, I'll just be like, gross, I used to do that. That it's like, I think when that stops happening as often, then maybe I'll consider releasing something long form. But right now, I'm not like, oh, people need to see this hour.
Right.
It's like,
Well, also, I totally agree that if you're gonna release an hour, then it should definitely be special, and it should definitely be like everybody's first look at what your comedy looks like as your comedian.
I think a special is something you drop after 10 years. I think at 10
yeah.
years, you've built up whatever.
Then what do we do if, in the meantime, we just do small 15-minute, 30-minute specials for YouTube or whatever the fuck when the opportunities arise?
Here's where I'm at. I have no plans to release anything long form. There's actually very few of my jokes on Instagram Reels, and most of them are like one-off throwaways.
Yeah.
If someone approaches me and gives me an offer to record something, I'll do it. But I have no intention of like making that happen.
What about these shows that they say they're filming your set, and then they go and they clip it up, and then they put out your content on their socials? But also you get to also be a part of it. You get to collab and stuff. But do you turn down those shows, or do you do those shows?
Well, because so if it's like Don't Tell, for instance,
Sure.
and they're doing like, oh, we want to film a Don't Tell set.
That's different.
That's
a
different.
special.
That's a
It's mini
special, essentially.
Right.
Even
right.
if it's only 10 minutes
I'm talking
long,
about,
like that
these-
can do
these
something
just
for
like-
your career.
But there's other shows that are just like, hey, come and do this show that I'm putting on. It's a producer that like we know as comics.
Yeah, no,
They're
if-
like, no, we're gonna record the sets for you.
Listen, if you have 2,000 followers on your Instagram account that you're recording my set for,
Yeah.
go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself.
I'm not here to.
I'm not here
help you
to
grow
give
your-
my A material to help you grow. You have to have like 100,000 minimum for me to be like that.
So
makes
it's
sense.
a follower thing. It's not like what if they have a really quality stand up like
Cool.
cameras?
I'll pay you $100. Give me the tape.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Hell yeah.
You're not getting rights to my material. You're not using, you know what I mean? Because like if I'm gonna release, you only get one shot at that. If I'm
Yeah.
gonna release a joke I've been working on for a long time, that's maybe like 3 minutes, 2 minutes, whatever it is of my set that kills.
Yeah.
I'm not. If I'm gonna release it, it's going to be to get more followers
Right,
to
right.
build my career. There has to be a
100%.
payoff to that, or you're paying me a lot of money, which no one is right now.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like, no, for your thing, you just started up with your friend. You bought a really nice
I'll say,
camera.
I agree.
You know, it's like
I totally agree, but I've done it once in the past, and it's like when when you pair up with another with people that are actually like that have all the good camera equipment and they know how to edit and shit like that, and they work together with you to put out your own content on social media, and then that content goes viral because you're a great writer and performer and the quality is fucking up to date. That also brings in fucking a lot of followers as well.
Yeah, but that's different than what I'm talking about. That's not what 99% of these people doing this is.
Yeah, that's
you know what I mean? Like the thing you did, what I saw.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. I would do something like that.
Right.
we're starting this new thing.
I got so lucky. That was the first time they ever did that. And it came out so well. I was like, oh, fuck, you know? DTF was great. But I totally agree. There's other people who are just like, hey, we're going to be recording your sets to put out. And then it's one camera in the back of the room.
In the back of the room. The room's not a comedy room. It's like a bar. They moved all the chairs out of. There's a stage where cover bands usually play Grateful Dead songs. And then they release it. And their page has 800 followers, and you got 5K views, dude. Fucking this clip was this
Take
clip
it
went
down
viral.
now.
Yeah, I'm sending my lawyers. My lawyers are coming.
This is my intellectual property.
I didn't sign shit. We had a handshake agreement, which I'm now choosing to lie about. So
I never shook that man's hand.
I never shook that man's
I
hand.
didn't even say hi to him.
Yeah, that is the one advantage of being Jewish is I have access to really good lawyers at all times.
Why is it? Can I ask why it's important for if you're gonna give somebody like a you've been served letter that you have to do it you have to do it to them in person? Why do people like make sure to?
Because it has to be proof that they received and they're aware of the information.
So you also have to be recording that interaction?
No, because you get someone, I forget what they're called, the people that surprise you. It's like, you've been served. You know, they pretend to be like UPS or whatever. Those people have like some sort of qualification where like the court trusts them. That's like their job. So if they said they saw you, it's like they saw you.
Fuck.
You know, I'm sure you could fight it, but it'd be pretty hard.
Right,
I think they also trick you into signing something usually. They're like, here's your package, and you sign. It's like, it proves you saw this. Here you go.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. That's what the guy in Pineapple Express did for a living, remember?
No.
In the intro, that's what Seth Rogen did. Yeah,
yes,
he kept serving people.
Absolutely. That's what I remember that from, I think.
Those are the people we're trusting to serve you documents, dude.
Yeah.
I can't believe you tricked me into talking about comedy for a full 10 minutes, dude. I hate it.
Listen, we're comedians. This is what we do for a living.
Yeah.
I'm never going to apologize getting you to talk about comedy on this podcast. I'll never do it. It's the most genuine version of ourselves, you know? And it's my favorite conversations to have with you. I think that's fucked up that we have to have a podcast where we don't have the best conversations.
That's the last part of our friendship we haven't monetized, dude. I remember. That's why I want to keep it special.
That's so true.
You know?
That's so true.
I'm like a porn star who's like, I only do anal with my partner. I won't do that on screen. It's like, I'll let everyone else throat fuck me, but only Matt can do anal with me off screen.
That's so good. Those late night conversations where we call each other, we're like, how was your show? Oh, it sucked ass.
No, they're always good.
That's for us.
Just me and Matt in Andros Diner just talking about being famous one day over.
Haven't had it in a long time, Andros. Probably like 6 months.
We're too fucking up
It's
right
great,
now, bro.
dude.
We don't have time.
It's really great. The inside, me and Ben went in there recently.
It's nice.
The inside looks real nice. Like they really they vamped that shit up, dude. It looks really cool in there.
I had lunch with my mom there like 2 months ago. She was in the area and she was like, "Oh, let's grab lunch." And so we went to Andros.
Yeah.
And I got to introduce her to everyone at Andros. I'm like, "This is my mom," and they're all like, "Oh."
What did you get there? What did you order?
I don't remember. Oh, I got the souvlaki, the chicken souvlaki.
The chicken souvlaki. Very good. We went. Me and Ben went recently because we wanted to. You were gonna come. You were gonna meet us there, but then we go inside and there was no tables available.
Oh, I do remember that. I was racing. I was like, I gotta meet the boys. You're like, forget it. I'm like, we can just hang out in my room. I'm not gonna say it's just all room.
Yeah. No, but then we ended up going to McDonald's, and then that man, that weird man, knocked on my window and asked me if I could give him a ride to his house because he has to get a new battery for his car.
That's a crazy. Like, come up with a better lie, dude.
Yeah, Ben, do you remember that? McDonald's with that guy who knocked on our door, knocked on the window.
So weird. He had the longest fingernails ever. We were just doing that thing where we were like watching a YouTube video and he kept knocking. We were just like,
we kept ignoring him, but he kept staring.
Just slowly turn up the YouTube volume.
He scared me at first. Like when Ben was like, "Matt, look." And I looked and he was like right there at my window. And I was like, "Oh!" And I literally showed him that I showed him that I was scared of him. And then I just ignored him. And he stayed there.
Here's my hot take.
Yeah.
That no one will like. I have almost no sympathy for homeless people.
Jesus Christ.
I have almost no sympathy.
I don't even think he was homeless.
Yeah. Wow, that guy was a real guy and you didn't help him. That was a human.
He was a real
He was looking for
guy.
someone to jumpstart his car, but he was coming at it in a fucking manner that was like
Sketch.
Yeah, like nobody
So
wants to help
sketch.
you. You're being weird. You're just like
So
wandering the
sketch.
parking lot.
If you're gonna ask for help, have cleaner fingernails.
yeah.
No, but here's the thing. Here's the thing with here's the thing. Yeah, bite them like me. Look at these bad boys.
Yeah.
I get anxious.
Fuck, I gotta ask people for help.
I don't know. I'm always like, why do I have stomach issues? And I'm constantly eating my own fingernails. I'm like, that might be a factor. That
Yeah, you're allergic to fingernails.
Yeah.
You know what a polycule is?
yeah, no, mentally ill people that should be killed with a flamethrower. Yeah.
What is? Can you explain to me what that is?
So,
what a polycule is?
it starts with polyamory.
Because I think it's something that's from biology class, and I have no fucking idea.
So we'll start from we gotta explain one thing to explain the other.
Let's break
We'll break
down
it
the
down.
word first.
So there-
poly is multiple.
Multiple.
What's cule?
I don't know. I think they made that up. But
Okay.
so if you're in a polyamorous relationship, you're a weak-willed man that some hot chick in Brooklyn convinced you this was a good idea for the relationship because you'll both have more sex.
Can we get an
And then
objective
this is
definition,
no.
please?
This is objective. This is objective.
This has no fucking.
Every
this has no stigma behind
every
it. You're not gonna
polyamorous,
come at it.
every polyamorous couple I've met is a sad guy
Yeah.
that got talked into it by his girlfriend, and he maybe gets to have sex with one or two other women like once a year.
Yeah.
And he's like, this is sick. And then she's fucking 20 guys. And he's like, no, it's really cool.
And that's objective.
And he's dead in the eyes. Now, what a polycule is when you have like multiple men and multiple women all fucking each other. It's basically like an orgy as a relationship.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And that's good for society or
No,
bad for
horrendous. They should all be killed.
society? Okay. And why do we think that's bad for society as a whole? What does that do to stats like marriage and shit like that?
Destroys them.
Is it ever possible to get married to multiple people? Is that a thing that we can do?
If you're like Mormon or Muslim, yeah.
So you can't just do it because it's a polycule yet.
I mean, they kind of figured out the polycule.
So how do you get tax breaks as a polycule?
You don't, because you can't legally marry another person. So you have the one wife that you're actually married to, and then you have like 4 women that just live there that you call wives, but they're not legally your wife. But you have like a religious ceremony, so in the eyes of your weird church, you're
What
married.
if dude? I think do you think it'd be a cool movie if like it's about a kid being raised in a polycule?
Oh yeah, just a kid that ends up
Has
trans
8
and suicidal.
moms and dads.
Yeah, it would just be a kid that grows up trans and suicidal. And just has a drug problem, wants
I
to kill
think it
themselves.
would be really cool to have
Hey,
like a
you-
kid
you wanna-
with 8 people are watching at a time.
Yeah, that was my childhood. That was literally, you're describing, this is what happens. This is right here is what happens if you raise your kid in an
Damn,
open
dude.
relationship.
Not very trad of you.
That's why, because people are like, oh, Chris, why are you so traditional and religious? Because I've seen the other side. Most people's rebellion is like they're going to go be a hippie because their dad worked at Raytheon. My dad was gay, and I met a lot of his boyfriends. And I grew up and they're like, you know what? No marriage for you. How about that? That's what I've decided, Dad.
Damn, Ben, do you think you'd have any interest in being in a polycule?
No.
What about it wouldn't work for you?
The fact that they fuck other people.
Yeah, that'd probably be the biggest one.
Okay, so what you're saying is you get jealous. I think I'm the same way.
No, because on a
It'd be
fundamental,
the same because I'd be comparing myself to the other guys.
and they'd always be hotter.
They would always be hotter.
Yeah.
The only reason I'm ever in a relationship is because I'm the funniest.
Yeah, right? It's like you're not.
I'm the funniest.
I'm not the
option.
looks pick. Okay, I conned this woman who's significantly hotter than me into dating me because she thought I'd be fun, and then
Yeah, but
realized
can he make you laugh?
because she thought she saw me on stage or online and thought I'd be fun, and then realizes I'm actually a very boring analytical person off stage
Right.
that wants to just stay inside all the time. And then she's like, "Well, fuck this," So if she sees a guy that's actually fun,
Yeah.
I'm fucked, dude. I can't. She's got to have like a social anxiety. That's the perfect girl for me. A woman with social anxiety that does not leave the house, and I'm her only friend.
Hell yeah. She, in overall, you should be worried about politics.
Just admit you're a fucking horrible slut.
When men are sluts. Thank you guys so much for watching this week's episode of You Should Be Worried. My name is Matt Lopes. You can find me everywhere at Matty Fucko. Also, follow us. Follow the podcast. Follow You Should Be Worried on Instagram, on this YouTube page. Like, comment, and subscribe right now. And that's for the podcast. Follow In the Making ITM on all social media platforms for funny sketches. And then last but not least, make sure you follow Chris Warren at Chris Warren Comedy everywhere on social media, putting out really good videos, experimenting with the algorithm.
I'm going to kill you, dude. I'm going to kill you. Don't embarrass me in front of the fans, dude. This is how I'm going to build my polycule out of these people. And you're shitting on me right in front. You're not in the polycule, Matt.
Please, no.
You're not going to be able to have sex with any of my 10 wives, dude.
No, come on.
Ben can fuck all my wives he wants, dude.
But you know how to pick them. You know how to pick them, though.
I really do hit out of my league. I'm pretty cool
A polycule filled with fucking girls with big noses and even bigger tits.
Yeah, mental issues.
Crazy.
Sleeve tattoos. This is going to be a great time, dude.
Anything else?
I just have to hide all the guns so they don't find out I'm Republican at any point.
Fuck.
Oh, I'm also going to possibly be doing Twitch soon under the name Chris Warren Comedy. So it's the same as everything.
We shall see.
So, yeah.
Love it. I love it. I can't wait to see it happen. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next week. Love you.